Hello, this is Clarity Design, and we're going to do a quick tutorial on adding colour and controlling colour in Adobe Illustrator cs5.5. So without further ado, I will get started. Now the first thing you need to do is obviously apply a fill to your shapes. So you want to select the shape that you want to fill, and don't try and go and use the bucket tool or anything like that. Just go up to the top here and you can choose the colour that you want up here. If the colour isn't here, you can add more colours to your swatches using Swatch Libraries. Okay, so we could add earth tones. You see that pops open a new one, so I could pick something from there if I wanted to. So there you go, there's one. Let's just do that again, so I can pick up there, let's pick up another shade there. So there's two shades for you. Okay, now that's fairly simple and straightforward, but how do I then get that into a gradient? People often like to use gradients in these things, so let's start work with a square first of all, and adding a gradient. I'm not bothering to show you any of the shortcuts, by the way. Today we'll just get on with just the simple things. So just down here you'll see that there's a solid fill, and next to it there's a gradient, so I can apply the default gradient simply by clicking on the next swatch. So that's going to apply a gradient for me there, and you can see how I can control the gradient. It's automatically popped up over this side, how I can control the gradient from over here if I want to. But it's much nicer and more interactive to actually go to the gradient tool, which is there, shortcut G, look, and I can start playing around with these handles, so I can control that gradient a little bit more, get a little bit more control over what's happening there, and get the look that I want for my gradient. That's fair enough and easy enough. I can change the type of gradient I've got, so there's got a radial, so let's just pull that out, and again it's just worth playing around with the handles to see what different effects you can get, and to see if you can get the effect that you do want from it. You normally can, they're quite versatile. So there you go, I can play around with that. Now what happens if, for example, you don't want black and white? This often foxes people. It's not always straightforward how Illustrator works. What we want to do is we want to add some more swatches here, and I can add a grey, that's no problem at all, but then how do I change that grey? Because if I double click on that, you can see I've just got greys here. Well, I can change it to a colour by going to the second notch down there, but there's a much easier way of controlling these colours. If I want to get rid of it, I can drag that out of the way and it's going to disappear. Alright, actually I can add any colour I want from the earth tone gallery here that I've got, or any other one. Remember, if I'm on the click there, sorry, if I'm on here, I can click here and I can go and find new Swatch Library. So let's go and find that scientific, there we go, complementary, there we go. So I've got scientific complementary, and there's some colours there, and let's get back our gradient. So there's a gradient there, and I can go and pull that all the way over into my gradient. I can start applying some nice colours into my gradient tool. You can see how I can control it interactively if I still have the gradient tool selected. So just to recap a couple of those things, we've got the Swatch library with swatches. I can open Swatch libraries over here. I can also add and remove colours from radials and types of radials just by dragging them on or dragging them off the radial bar there, and you can see that I can do a linear or radial anytime. I can switch between the two, so nothing's permanent, and that's what we really like about Illustrator, the fact that everything is editable even after you've done it, so you're never laying down anything. It is absolutely permanent. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This is Clarity Design. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.